places when you can get them. There's not too many, especially in Sector 1 where you're just braking every 5 seconds.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, once again. I've realized I've had the audio muted the entire time.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hi. We just did a great intro. You're not going to hear it again. The interesting thing to know is we are around Long Beach. That's all you're getting. You're not hearing anything else. I'm Dan. This is Pat. We missed last week. All you need to know: Xylo P1, Nick P2, Giants P3. Funny note. Only 2 of those people are here this week. We are at Long Beach as I pull up the wrong menu. This is a 3.14 kilometer mile track, 11 corners, 7 to the left, I think. No, 4 to the left, 7 to the right, and incredibly technical. You will notice that little sleeky bit. The final corner is in fact a 180-degree hairpin that is tighter than things I can't mention on stream for fear of getting demonetized. But the point being is that it is very difficult to get around, especially in a wide IndyCar like the Dallara IR18, which is what we are driving today. And, notably, qualifying has already begun, at least for some people. We have cars on track, and the first one we're going to be jumping to is Punju, who is in the car. So let's go over to him now and have a look at how Punju is doing on his outlap.
Yeah, Ponju is definitely one from what we saw as we look at his dog.
Yes.
He is prone to mistakes, but also has pace.
Also, for chat, notably, look what we've got in the top right. Isn't that familiar? We've got a track map. It works.
Doesn't show where Ponju is, but there's a map.
Well, we can figure it out because this is the tight hairpin as Nigel has set the first lap. It's a 1:12.86 as Punju will begin his flying lap. I wish I could show you what pace he was setting, but I don't know if I have that option. So I'm going to go looking for
Oh my!
That's
Punju's
definitely
just
a lap. Yeah, that is a lap. Okay.
Oh,
right.
That beats our practice time. Okay.
Anyone else on a lap?
You would know this.
I would, and I'm trying to find them, I swear. Let's go for skill issue. That car doesn't look healthy.
Dutchy, what'd you do?
Did he bin it? Or did he just come out of the pits?
He might have just left the pit lane.
An interesting note. We have a track invader. Hello, Maud. You're not meant to be on the track today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our head steward and live steward, currently taken to the track to see if it is safe and up to standard. I would assume.
Is this the medical car doing the medical car lap?
It's basically, yeah. Either way, skill issue, our good friend Dutchy, you may know in the server as Dutch Raven, current commentator for MRL's F1 series in a variety of different forms, is currently making his way through the fourth and final sector.
He was speeding, though. The speed limit said 25, and he was going a lot faster.
Oh, very much so. He's actually almost clipped the wall on the inside and then the wall on the outside, trying to get the throttle down. But now we will see what he can do. In his makeshift McLaren, can he find himself on the front row of the grid? Holds tight as they come around heading up the road to turn 1. Another interesting curved straight for us to have to deal with this weekend, and he's already in the wall.
That's not good.
Yeah, well, let's go over to someone who isn't in the wall. Nigel, who is currently on track, and we actually have him on the track map. I believe is done with qualifying. Is on his 3rd flying lap, which you're only supposed to have 2. And I think is just getting some practice in before the race. We saw that the 2 cars who have matching liveries, the Moose Racing League, not the Moose Racing League, these are the Beer League Buzzers liveries. They haven't had much time to practice this track, as can be seen. Turn 1 is a death trap, man, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah. Currently in the pits, if you are wondering, we do have a couple of cars. Let's see if we can get a camera in the pit lane. Apparently not. We can't. Well, that is a shame. I'm trying to get a good camera. As we do also have race radio for this weekend, though the likelihood of you all hearing that is going to be little to none. I'm probably not going to give anyone the chance, but it does appear that no one else is going out on track currently.
Nigel and Punju are having a conversation.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, Nigel, definitely a figure to talk, and Bunju, one that can't seem to stop talking.
As you can see, it's not going away.
Yeah, he's been on the radio for 30 seconds straight. He's still going. I don't think he's let go of the button. There we go. No, he stopped for a second.
He clicked off and clicked right back on.
If you can't see, it is on the middle left of middle right of your screen. You can actually see we have like an F1 radio style thing now appearing there. I don't remember where I clicked that button to put that up, but it is there now. I can also show you the current weather, as you can see there on the right. I found the buttons. 22-kilometer winds.
That's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, I don't know what that fifth one is, or the sixth one, sorry, and that's terrifying, because that's a massive number.
What is that? I'm gonna look up what that
I think that's like
is.
likelihood of rain? I have no idea. What is HPA? I'm no scientist, but that seems offensive.
Hectopascal.
Cool.
A unit of pressure equal to a millibar.
So there's high pressure, is what we're hearing. High pressure, high humidity, partly cloudy. It is 32 degrees on track, 22 degrees in the air currently. As we'll now quickly head back over. We do have also a setup cover button, which I don't know what that does, but I haven't used it. And
everyone enjoy the view of the fountain with Eli's dog.
Yeah, that's Eli's dog. Let's actually get rid of Eli's dog.
No, the dog.
It'll be back later, don't worry. But what we do have are the best times currently. As you can see, there are only 2 times set. And I am checking, there is no one on track. So this is the
Why is he going to be on pole? I don't like this.
He's on pole by 5 seconds.
Yeah. I don't like it.
So currently, the order I have will be Giants Fan will be P2, Skill Issue P4. Maud will somehow out-qualify Zona. And Zona will start P6 on the grid. An almost all-American grid, apart from Skill Issue, who is Dutch.
Yep.
Don't know if that's indicative of anything, but it is
the first show.
Potentially. We do have a couple of other options for you to see. We're going to swap back to our face cams now because there is literally nothing happening on stream right now. I will flick back as soon as there is. Interesting note about this track. It is the site of some of the more chaotic actual IndyCar races. We've seen in the past a lot of people they don't really like making their way around this track safely, and I wonder if that's going to be a factor considering the quali laps we've seen. Everyone's hit the wall.
Yeah.
Everyone. The likelihood of it happening again is pretty high.
Yeah. I mean, it's also, the theme of it is, it's right out of turn 1.
Yes. Cold tires.
That's, I was just going to say, coming out of the pits, you're thrown right into turn 1. And on cold tires, you're not really going to have room to warm up your tires before you hit turn 1. I think someone will actually hit it. Oh my god.
Oh dear, the dog has decided to wake up. For reference, here are the sector times so you can just see how much faster Punju was than Nigel on their quali laps. We have 10 seconds of qualifying left. I will now actually pull it over to that stream so you can see it, because that would be useful, wouldn't it? So, as you can see there, Punju faster by about just under half a second in Sector 1 and Sector 2. Doesn't seem like a lot of time, but that is notably the slower corners of the track. You've got 1 and the bus stop chicane. And we also have a whole host of other corners around that point, which are quite difficult. But what we do have for you is the grid for today's race. So here it is in all of its glory. Punju will start, a member of the Mercenaries, on pole position. The number 97 will lead us away ahead of Nigel in P2. Maud will actually line up P3. Giants Fan P4. Zona will inherit P5, representing Michigan. And Skill Issue Keidaraf will start in P6, the number 74 Dutch car. It'll be interesting to see what he does in this race.
Who would have thought the steward is starting on the second row?
Yeah, it's an interesting point. By the way, here's the grid, if you were wondering what it looks like right now. We do have all 6 cars on the grid and ready to go, so let's get to a slightly better TV angle, as we are going to have a formation lap occurring.
We actually have a full lap?
Yes, Nigel has already crashed. And Giants Fan will be starting from the pit lane.
Oh?
Yep, I have that officially written down. As you can see here, there will be 5 cars on track.
Also, note we have less time.
Yes.
This time around.
Only an hour 20. Well, we did have 30 minutes extra last time, so.
Yeah. Well, also to be fair, with this track, with this many laps, if we get a full course caution, it might cut it a little close.
Potentially. We also notably have alternative tyres. The green marked Firestone tyres. As you hear the beautiful sounds of the IR18s flying past. As we are green flag racing here, we do have... yeah, I know, the start-finish line is right there. It's really confusing. Bungie leads away. Nigel will lead Maud. It has left. Skillishu and Zona lacking a little bit down the order. Has anyone binned it into this corner? Let's double check. Zona's made it through. Everyone is safe. Giants fan only now is allowed to exit the pit lane comfortably behind. Let's get those gaps up so we can have a look. And we do have Punju leading the way on the alternate tyres, the green wall tyre. Behind him is Nigel on the primaries, the slower tyre.
Wow. I mean, you do have to switch tires in this race, so, I mean, get it out of the way now. You'd be faster at the back end.
Yes, and by the way, ignore the time limit. We aren't doing this for the time limit. We are actually going until we hit the total laps, which is 1 of 43. And that's right, yeah, I found the button.
Let's keep it there.
Yeah, we're keeping it on that. Turns out there's a button for that I completely missed. Either way, everyone taking it nice and tentatively on their first lap. But what has happened? There's been a skill issue crash. And there's been a car park behind him.
Oh, no.
That's the Long Beach effect, apparently.
Yep.
So, as you can see, there's
it looks like Mod's racing.
Yeah, Mod is racing. There's been a Zona crash. And I'm trying to figure out where this is. Can we get the track map up to have a look?
That's at the hairpin.
No! The track map stopped working!
The hairpin, and he's diving into the pits.
How do I fix the track map again? I forget. There was a way they told me how to fix it.
Don't worry, you'll remember right as the race ends.
No, they'll say... If someone is around and can tell me, that'd be great. Either way, what we do have is Giants fan's actually a lap down currently. Because he didn't do the formation lap. And also he's lagging. And it scared the living hell out of Maud, who's lost his front wing.
Oh no.
Oh, and there's a spinner!
Skill issue.
Skill issue spun it on the exit. He's not lost his front wing. But he is going to be relatively faster than Maud here. So we can see it. And up the road, by the way, that is Giants fan flying currently down the road away from the guys. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Punju starting lap 3. Not to jinx him, but it has been relatively clean so far from the man who has pushed so hard for this league to exist in the first place.
Yeah. Oh, and they fixed Giants fan. Good.
Yeah. There we go. Giants fans back up to 3rd. So it took a lap, but we are there now. What we also
I was going to say, it's like he should not have been lapped. It was a formation lap, but he chose to start in the pits.
And speaking of pits, in comes Maud to replace that front wing.
And Zona.
Zona's been in there.
Oh, Zona's still in there? Oh, he's just leaving.
Yes, there is. You can see his little blip, blip.
Huh?
You can see him coming out of the pits now as he pulls into 6th place, a lap down from everyone. But hopefully able to catch up soon. As now we go on board with our race leader, Punju. We can get the dog back up.
Dog.
Opened up the gap quite considerably as Maud has now left the pits, by the way. Actually miscued himself, had to recommit to his pit box.
Oh no.
But what is happening because of this is he is there on the right-hand side of the track.
Oh
and
no.
Yes, this is turn 1. He will stay there. You can actually cross that line if you wish. And you can see now Maud behind. He's got a beautiful helmet, by the way. The Kaspersky Ferrari helmet, but he has spun it. And hopefully he gets that car going because Nigel can't be too far behind. And he isn't.
Nigel's not. Oh, Happy Like Pies in the chat saying cute doggy. Hello,
yes,
Happy. How you doing, my friend?
It is a cute dog. You can see Maud spinning every other corner.
Oh, no.
This is a left-hander coming up, by the way, if you are wondering. Left-hander into downhill right. Very easy to lose the back end of the car coming over those bumps there on the exit. And then through here, you can see Nigel just giving a fair's width. There is Punju's front wing.
Oh, no. Punju!
Punju, not again!
Not again.
Well, we did say he was temperamental to hit the wall. I didn't expect it to be this early.
You were also jinxing him.
That's fair. Meanwhile, Giants fan has actually caught up a huge amount currently. He is now within 2 seconds of the car in front. And you can see as he hits the wall himself on the exit. Just a little rub. Just warming it up. As by the way, Nigel has gotten through. He is now ahead of Maud on the straight.
Alright.
So we can actually go on board with Giants. We should be able to see Maud's rear wing now. As we come down through turn 1, you can see why people are losing it there. It's a heavy braking point. Coming from 6th gear, maybe 5th gear, down into 2nd for that corner.
And yeah, you don't want to really touch that curb on the inside there, otherwise you're going to end up in the wall like Ma did like a lap ago.
Yeah, it's an easy way to just send your car airborne and completely lose your grip on your right side of the car. You can see Maud pulling to the side now as we'll swap back. Oh, there has been a crash! And that is Nigel!
Oh no.
And that is half a front wing gone. And so what and what that guarantees is that Giants fans should inherit the lead, or P2 of this race, by the end of this lap. And you can see him now hunting down the Beer League buzzer car. Nigel takes it nice and tight through the corner. Giants gets a better exit though. I'll be interested to see if he'll stay out. He will. I actually have no idea where the pit entry is there, by the way.
It's literally...
Is it round the corner? Right. Oh my god,
no,
that's
it's on the straight. You have to turn sharp right.
That sounds horrible. By the way, heavy braking, turn 1. Navigated by both rather well. Giants fan was, up until getting to the back of Nigel, lapping faster than Punju. Notably. But now
he does have a full front wing.
He does. He's also currently stuck behind someone with half a front wing, which cannot be helping his race.
It is not.
Let's put up the battle box. I don't know why Zona's at the very top of it. That feels wrong.
Yeah.
Zona in P6 currently, as we do have a push to pass used by Giants fan, who blinks back into existence, coming down the back straight. Great attempted move. Later on the brakes, carries the speed through and doesn't find the wall. A great move by the experienced, multiple-time league winner in MRL. And he's done an amazing job there to get through the, in a sense, the definitely slowed car of Nigel.
Yeah. I will say, for when we go back around, just jump on board to show everyone where the pit lane entrance is, so you can also see it for yourself.
that would be useful. So you know what? Let's go to Punju and Zona, who are on the same roughly part of the track currently. We'll move that away. What we do have is a spin up ahead potentially. Be careful on the exit. Nope, he seems to have recovered it.
All right.
So let's go on board with our race leader. Never thought I'd be saying that about Punju, but here we are.
I mean, it's every once in a while you see him have a good race.
Okay, let's see.
The pit lane's gonna be on the right. There's gonna be a gap in the wall.
There.
It's right there.
Okay. Thank you, Punju, for almost spinning it into the pit wall to help me out with seeing that. Last lap,
sharp right.
Yeah. Last lap, by the way, for Punju, 1:11.3. Has he actually hit the wall going down the main straight? He's driving in a straight line and he hit the wall. I don't know how you do that, but that is skill on a different level. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. Lap time from Giants fan. The guy behind him, however, 1:09.8.
Not bad.
And you can see, look at that gap.
Oh.
Yeah, 1.17 seconds. Now down to 15.5 and shrinking every corner. Giants fan is a man on a mission with that #1 car.
Yeah, I know he put #1 in that car for a reason. He's trying to get himself back up to #1.
Speaking of, there has been a crash and Zona has had to jump to the pits. And that is a sign that is terminal potential damage. We'll see if he retires from the race or not, as Maud has also crashed at some point. But I think it may have just been a rear wheel tap, so probably not that bad. Meanwhile, ahead of him is, of course, Skill Issue. Currently sat in P4, as we'll just close that so we don't need to see it. Notably, is currently chasing down P3 Nigel, and you can see by the sector times this lap. They've been fairly quick at closing that gap. It's managed out to about a 10th difference currently.
Yeah, see what he gets here in Sector 4. There's only 4 sectors on this track compared to 5 the last time we had a broadcast.
Yes. Notably as well, 11 seconds the gap between the two. It's 30 seconds now between Skill Issue and Punju. That is the pace difference, and that is a lot of lost time in the final sector.
Yeah. Turn what was a good lap against Nigel. I'm just reading it wrong because they're upside down for me.
Yeah, I don't know why it's upside down.
I was like, oh, it's Skill Issue on the bottom. No, it's on the top. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's like that. Because, like, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
I guess I've got to do it this way?
There we go.
There we go. Meanwhile, by the way, if you're wondering, that is moored behind still. Chasing down currently. What would be... I guess I'm now going to have to do this and do them the wrong way around. Currently matching. Sets his fastest third sector of the race. Chasing down Nigel. Though that is just to unlap themselves.
That gap is on Skill Issue.
Yeah. I recognise that. I'm not correcting myself. Notably, back to the race leader. Half the front wing. You'll notice the red lines on the track. We didn't bring them up in quali, nor really at any point so far in the race, but you'll see them dotted around the track on the exits of corners and where there are a couple of openings. And Zona is back on the racing track, by the way. He's just exited the pits now. Let's see how well they do. To get back into the races, we'll pull up something that I shouldn't have and then hide it back. But what we do have is these red lines, and you'll see them now as Pun comes onto the pit straight. We'll go on board and you'll actually see them a little better. Here on the right, you'll see that red line. If the drivers are to cross that with all 4 wheels, or more than half your car, they will receive a slowdown penalty that does not go away very easily. You have to get to about here and then slow down. As Jesus, Punju. Tapping every wall.
I did tell him the goal is to avoid the wall, not hit the wall. He's like, you know, you gotta be part of the wall. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Well, 11 laps in to a 43-lap race, and the gaps are open but not closed just yet. The battles will still be determined throughout this race, and Giantsan has been lapping quite quickly so far. Let's quickly pull this up properly.
That might have been track limits.
Potentially. Let's have a look. Here's the lap times, the last few laps, just to see the Giants fan gain. Lap 6 was when Giants fan had to overtake Nigel for P2. Yep. So every lap since then has been a quarter of a second or more, but there has been a crash. And you may notice by a bit of a dodgy front wing there that it may not be good times for Skill Issue.
Oh no.
Zona has boxed again, by the way.
Zona, who's unfortunately 3 laps down right now, is not having the best of times.
May have actually sped in the pits.
That might be a drive-through pen. Because I was about to say, he already passed the pit boxes.
We've had another crash.
Oh god. Oh,
and
no.
there it is.
Skill Issue.
Skill Issue again. Now that is, if the track map was here, it would be helpful, but it's not. Why doesn't it work? You know, apparently I've got a button here. I'm going to press it. I'm so sorry if this breaks everything. It's not fixed anything.
Alright.
I've pressed the button 6 times. I've pressed it like Max Verstappen and it's not working.
Jive has brought it down another 2 seconds. Hang on a minute.
Hold up, has Punju had a moment?
I think he might have, because it went from 11 down to 9.
Well, Punju just set an 11.15, so Giant Sam must be cooking up something special here.
He cooked up something, because he did 1.7, then 4.
I'd say 09.69. By the way, Nigel is only a couple tenths a lap slower this past lap than Punju. Cross the line here will set a 111.12. It's actually a little bit faster than the race leader. But of course, is not contending with the race leader. He's contending with a skill issue with half a front wing.
I don't even think that's considered contending when they're 29 seconds apart.
But they also do have the same damage on opposite sides of the front wing. Nigel has it on the left. Its skill issue is on the right. Hey, you know what?
Their cars go, you got a full front wing.
Giants, we need you to lose it on the right hand side so you and Punju can have it on the inverse.
This might be Giants' only chance at a win since the two fastest are here.
Big spin. That is zone up, and he's immediately put it in the wall, trying to get out of the way. I'm trying to figure out where on the track this is.
Couldn't tell you.
I think this is exit of sector 1-2.
Oh yeah, that's end of sector 1 because that's turn 5.
Yeah, that's skill issue in the background. You can hear the cars coming down the main straight. This time around, Punju much faster, a whole second up on his lap last time, but it still isn't stopping Giants fan, who is gaining rapidly. Punju is now hitting every wall coming through that first and second sector.
And Giants fan just gained half a second from that.
Yeah. That's the front wing diff. That's downforce. The Zona has potentially crashed again. I've timed this to perfection.
That one has. Oh my.
Easy, pulling to the right, and I'm assuming pulling in further right, and there we go, pit entry. Meanwhile, Maud, who started P3, down 5, or down 2, sorry, down to P5. It's not been the best of races for our steward.
It's a little caught off guard that he was actually racing today. I didn't know that.
Yeah, me too.
How much did Giants gain that lap on Punju, by the way?
Last lap, that was a 1.8 second gap. Comes down.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's one of the best we've seen this whole race.
Sorry, 8 tenths. I'm blind.
Oh, 8 tenths. I was about to say 1.8 is probably the most we've seen.
You know what? We can just see. It was a second. I'm an idiot.
All right. You're seeing the 8 there. You're like, there's 8.
There was an 8 in the number. That's all that matters. What we can do is we can look at the sectors as well to determine where, and I don't think that's correct. There we go. So you can see in the first 2 sectors, that's half a second basically gone. Sector 3 now for Punju complete. Down the road, that car behind him, you saw there at the end of the straight, that is in fact Giantson, who has gained another quarter of a second on the straight alone. And look at that car, it's dialed in.
Yeah, I love this one the way it is, because you'll see how much Nigel is still gaining on Punju.
Yeah. Oh, we've had a crash. It's at the
skill issue.
Yeah, it's skill issue. Having a skill issue at the bus stop. Or water fountain? Is it called fountain?
They call it the roundabout.
The roundabout. Why?
Because it's a big circle.
Ooh, okay, you Americans and your naming schemes. Anyway.
I didn't name the corners.
Yeah, well, you know what? I blame you for it anyway. Giant Sun, by the way. 3 tenths. Oh, spin. Ah!
Oh, yeah, that was you.
And the reason he was stopped, that's Punju right there. Which means, right behind him is a Giants fan.
And Nigel's still gaining on Punju still.
Yeah, just having consistent laps is Nigel. Yeah. He's not really doing anything. He was actually faster than... No, he's not. This is comparing to Giants fan sectors.
Yeah.
He's matching Punju, basically. Pun's had a good sector 3, though. And I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that there is a slow car there.
That might be. What about sector 4?
He's lost all that advantage. To be fair, he only gained 2,000. So it's not like he broke the bank to extend the gap. He matched him, basically.
Yep.
You can see now Punju trying to drive that car to its limit, almost beyond it. We know what will happen if he goes beyond the limits of that car. You can see it at the front of it.
You know what? This is actually a little surprising. Giants fan has lost his pace.
Momentarily.
Could he have gotten some damage?
It doesn't look like it. There's no indication he's crashed.
Nigel, what happened? Why did you lose 13 seconds? Okay, that was a glitch.
It was a glitch.
I was a little concerned for a moment.
By the way, if you are wondering, yes, that does mean Maud has overtaken skill issue now for P4. So it's almost back on the top step of the podium. Let's go back to our race leader. Because I feel like this is about to get really dicey really soon. We are getting close to the crossover window. So here's the pit strategy so far. We've got that up on screen for you now, so I'll hide that so it doesn't overlap. And what I can do...
Blue, is that primary or alternate?
So blue is literally to just differentiate the two.
Yes.
But I don't know what tyre that is, because Nigel's the only one on primaries. Everyone else is on alts, so it doesn't matter. The colours are for nothing.
Okay. They could just get the yellow.
Yeah, the colours mean nothing. Also, Pun may have just track extended there, notably. Keep an eye to see if he loses a bunch of time on this straight, because he has to slow down.
Oh, yes.
Well, we haven't got to it yet.
He lost 10th already.
Well, that was just the corner.
Eh.
You're getting excited about nothing. By the way, Punju has broken into the 109s now. 109.8 last lap. Oh, as he cuts that 18
laps.
Yeah, but he'd already set a 109.2, which is our fastest lap of the race, by the way. He does have that currently. That's pre-front wing brake. 25 to go. Here at the Moose Long Beach Street Racing. I don't even know the name of this race, I'll be honest with you. I put it in the title. It's there somewhere.
The title?
Yeah, the title of the stream.
Long Beach Grand Prix.
That's not what I remember putting, but okay. Either way, chat, hello.
Not much going on.
Yeah, not much happening. There's 25 viewers currently. Or 3 concurrent, though. If you are in chat and are still watching this race, please let us know your thoughts so far. Obviously, this hasn't been the most entertaining race of all, but it has had some moments, and we are getting to the pit stop window now, so I wouldn't be surprised to see if people do make some pit stop changes to different tyres throughout this stint.
Speaking of pits, what is Zona still repairing, or is he retired? What's going on?
Zona is still in the pits. He crashed again, entered the pit lane.
He's only done, was that 9 laps?
Yeah, he doesn't appear to be on the track anymore. So I believe it's his race over. From what I can see. So for now, we're going to assume that Zona's race is over, unfortunately. He is not competing any further. He's on 9 laps, so... yeah.
Unless he decides to come back out.
Yeah, which is potential.
Who knows, he might get 10 Super Dog laps back. Or Lucky Dog is what they call it.
Yeah, potentially. By the way, we do have another crash on track, if you were wondering, and it is, of course, our famous skill issue. Yeah, he
has a front wing.
Yes, he has come out of the pits. That is also him still letting through Giants fan. He is now 2 laps down.
All right.
So he has lost. Oh God, has almost completely lost the car. Is still on the alternate tyre. Started the race on the alternates. Is still on the alternates.
We have a question in chat.
And we have a car in the wall, but yes, carry on.
I'm going to butcher the name, but I apologize. Thorbin said, I'm wondering if you guys are planning to do some GT3 races in iRacing.
That is not a question for us, unfortunately. I wish I knew the answer, but I would assume at some point in the future we do plan on branching out. But for now, it does appear IndyCar is the way to go for our drivers. Though personally, I'm a huge fan of the F4. I really think we could do well in the F4 around some tracks, especially the European circuit.
Yep.
It feels like it's the perfect breeding ground for this. By the way, Giants fan has just lost a bunch of time, and I'm not sure if it's...
And Nigel's pitting.
Yeah, Nigel has boxed. Nigel boxes from P3 on the primary tyre. Will he box to the alternate?
I mean, it could happen right now. I mean, we're 20 laps in.
Yeah, skill issue has left his pit box and has spun it in the pit lane. That is skill issue.
And he broke his front wing again.
Yes, he broke it and he's just spun it again. You know what? Let's go on to him because he's having the time of his life. Let's go on board with Skeleton.
He crashed into the safety car.
So he's currently trying to find reverse. Has done so. I think may have just hit the wall. Let's have a look. Nope, there's room. Nope. So we're on board from his nose now. That is the other part of his nose.
There we go.
There we go.
Yay!
Can we make it to the end of the pit lane?
Probably not.
It does appear we will, but he has lost the entire front wing, which is
Can he make it through turn 1?
You know what? We're going to stay on board with him to see. He was in there for 1 minute 20. Is dead last currently. He's made it through 1. Will he make it through the carousel? Slowly, but yes. Mind, by the way, Nigel now on the alternative tyres. You can see them light up.
And a minute behind.
And has also just immediately cut the corner. That is Punju directly behind him, who still needs to box to fix that front wing. But mind, Giants has dropped off pace-wise, by the way. Punju's just picking it up. And Giants is dropping off. Giants are 1:11.2 last lap. Pun 1:09.7. So 1.5 second gain.
Could Punju have just been saving his tires for as long as he can while Giants was just pushing the whole time?
Potentially. Or Pun's just got a hold of that car in a way. As meanwhile, Giants has boxed. So maybe Giants has pushed his tires too much. And Pun's just been managing.
I mean, this is around the time that you would pit, since we saw how long those alternates have gone.
By the way, top speed so far in the race, if you're wondering. The fastest car in our speed trap at the end of the main straight. We've had a crash. Oh, no.
It happened. It happened.
It is both Nigel and Punju have collided.
And with that, Maud's back on the podium.
Not just that, Maud's set for P2 because that is the entire front wing of Punju, and that car is stanced. That's a broken suspension. Look at that front right.
Well, Punju does have some fast repairs available, so he should be fine.
Yeah, it's 2. We have a caution. The caution's been thrown. That is our race director Maud has called.
Mod Ball Racing is called for a caution.
Yes. That is due to a buildup of debris on the track. You can see it there in the top left. Our ticker has been pulled, and I assume this means we will be getting potentially a full course yellow to allow everyone to basically just sort themselves out. Giants fan onto the primary, Maud onto the primary. We're still waiting for Punju to reach his pit box. He will be going primaries.
Can we get a time check on the race?
Oh, yes, of course. Let me fix that. I'm blind.
Maybe.
There you go. 52 minutes.
Hey! 52 minutes.
We've got time. We're under halfway to go, and we've only done 30 minutes of racing. So, we should be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. And Punju's already leaving the pits. Did he even repair his front wing?
That's a good question. I would love to see.
Yeah.
He has. Meanwhile, if you're wondering, yeah, that's Giants fan. Taking the lead of the race, potentially.
Wait.
No, there's Punju. And there's
close,
Giants.
Not close enough. But Mod should be able to unlap himself.
Yeah, we are still under safety car, yellow flag conditions. Not safety car conditions, though, as Nigel is currently in the box repairing. This is Dutch, who is now, I believe, 1 lap closer to Nigel. Nigel's actually dropped down a P5. As Maud has actually crashed it under yellow flags.
Mod! Dang it, Mod.
That might be a new record. Yeah, that's definitely up there. If you're wondering, Nigel at this point has been in the pits for 2.5 minutes.
I guess he used all his fast repairs and is just repairing.
Potentially. This is, I think, the 3rd time he has boxed. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. Meanwhile, the gap at the front, as we have a full safety car deployed. Ooh. This is about to get spicy. Because all the front 3 are on primaries. And then there's this one man who has yet to go onto them.
Well, that man is also 3 laps down. Won't be able to get 3 laps in one caution.
That's fair.
The man who can probably fix himself and get onto the lead lap is Mod. And Giants fans leading the race. How has that happened?
I believe...
Oh, he pit.
He did.
Wait. He's going back on those tires.
There's no way he's going on to alternates. Let's have a look. Let's keep your eyes on the set of tires we're seeing coming on their car.
He did switch.
Yes, he has done a lap on primaries, and he's on green. He's on the greens. He's on the alternates.
This is genius. This is genius.
And Punju didn't see it until it's too late. Meanwhile, there is Nigel, who has actually re-overtaken Skill Issue. Because he's come back out the pits. He's also got out just ahead of the safety car, and lapped cars are allowed to unlap themselves. They do now need to hurry up to not get hit by the safety car.
And now, Punju is screwed because Giants is going to catch right back up, and if he pits, he's probably going to drop down to third.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think he'll still have about a lap safe, because this is where Maud is on the track. And that's where Punju is on the track, at the other end of the straight.
Well, I will say they're at safety car speed, so he's going to gain a lot.
Well, we haven't had a chance to use the blimp cam today, but we are going to use it for the first time now.
Blimp.
Blimp. It's my favourite thing. They're going to hate it. If you are all unfamiliar, this is the blimp. We use the blimp when we can.
And there's a wall right there, by the way.
Of course, being Long Beach, we don't really have much of a track to look at. This is a street circuit at the end of the day.
The ovals and the blimp will be perfect.
They will. I can't wait for it. It's going to be so good.
Which, I think ovals next week?
Believe so. You can double check the schedule.
I am doing that right now.
By the way, if you are wondering,
yes, it is.
We do have special races planned throughout the season. The ovals are part of it, but not all of them are special races. There is one. There's, I think, the MRL or the Moose 500 or something like that. Moose 150.
The MRL Indianapolis 250.
And then I think there's a Moose 150 further down.
Negative.
Negative? Okay.
It might be Michigan. The Moose 250, that's Indianapolis. It's the Daytona road course, the finale 125.
That's it. The next weekend, we are not at Indy. We are instead...
Auto Club.
Where's that? That's Charlotte?
I will look it up for you.
Might be Charlotte.
It is not. Because that's Charlotte. We were in Fontana, California for that.
Oh, we're sticking around in California, making it easy for people. By the way, you may have noticed Punju didn't pit. Oh,
oh my.
That's gonna cause chaos.
Hi, Bops.
Hi, Bops. Welcome to Chaos.
I might use one of our...
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
I might use one of
whoa.
our things. What's happening?
Maud's just overtaken the safety car. Because I don't think he realised just how close he was to everyone else. By the way, Nigel...
one of our 4, by the way.
Oh?
Bops, welcome to hell.
That's not a swear.
Some consider it. It's debatable.
It's not in this stream, I can tell you that much.
All right. We still have 4.
I say bloody hell a lot. There's no way it's not. By the way, if you're wondering, yes, Nigel has boxed. No. Again. I tell a lie. Nigel hit the safety car.
And Zona is officially out.
Yeah, Nigel's had to jump to pits. I think he's out too. Which means Skill Issue is up to 4th.
Wait. Skill Issue, who's already unlapped himself a second time. Is he going to be able to come back to the lead lap?
It depends on what Maud decides, because at this point, the caution is out of my hands.
Let him.
It'd be really funny if Maud just says, no, safety car in this lap, thank you.
I wanted some chaos.
So, Nigel's had to tow. That's what's happened. That's why he's not currently in the pit lane.
Wait a minute. Where's the lead pack?
Oh, here.
Could he unlap himself again before the safety car comes in?
Theoretically, if the safety car is not in this lap, which I haven't got a note for yet, if I do see, I will let you know. But right now, what I can tell you is, there was a moment where Maud passed Giants fan and Punju for P2 and then P1, respectively. And about 2 seconds later, Nigel crashed. Speaking of crashing, yeah, there's a left turn there, Dutch. There we go. As Dutch. By the way, that counts as a crash because he came to a stop. So that's another
that
one.
Counts?
That counts. That is a crash for Kaderaf.
Okay. Is the safety car coming in? According to the...
Yes.
It is. All right,
we're
racing.
We're gone. Green flag declared. 5 red lights.
And away we go.
And away we go. The pit line was way back there, but we are underway once again here at, I don't even remember at this point, Long Beach. There's been a crash, but for who?
Mod?
He's already lost a part of his front wing.
Oh no!
We are 2 corners in.
And Dutchy's in the pits.
Yeah, that's expected. Oh, Punju! Almost lost it. Great save from him, but that does mean Giants fan leads the way from P3 last weekend to potentially P1. Well, he's just definitely gone off the track. So, unless that is completely legal. Oh!
Oh no!
How's he kept it going? That wheel's off. That wheel is gone.
Is he gonna try to Fernando Alonso it back?
To be fair, he's got a quick repair, so he might be able to get away with it, but that will limit him to P3.
Suspension.
To be fair, he has to try and keep it out. Look at that! He's crab walking. Oh, he's hit it again.
Got a crab.
Look at that.
It's the same side, so he's fine.
Yeah. I can't wait for him to lose the rear. Well, he's almost done it. Oh, he's going to turn. He has to turn right, not
reverse.
left.
Fine, reverse. There's reverse.
That's a crash, by the way. All right. Pit lane is right there on your right, Giants.
Turn.
He got in. He got in the pits.
I don't know how he's done it, but he's done it. I have no idea.
This is what it looks like, by the way, and from his perspective. Out, Who's out, sorry? Nigel's out.
Nigel.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, he did clobber the safety car.
I wish we could get a clip of that, because I want to see it.
Giants fan is officially in his pit box. The wheel is back on. And speaking of the wheel is back on, look at this man right here. Punju with his dog.
Yeah, just dog.
No pun. Is currently on for the race win here in California.
I don't like that. That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right, but would you prefer the steward wins?
Yes.
By the way, Giants fan has just left the pit lane.
Oh no.
So he is almost a lap down. The car in front that you just saw there, what? That was Giants. What? I'm now confused. I saw a car in the distance in front of Punju.
It would make sense because, I mean, Giants is almost a lap down. He's a minute behind.
Yeah, but it was confusing. It looked like a different car. Well, someone else has just come out of the pits. He's going again.
He's alive!
He is alive and well. Somehow.
It only took him 3 laps.
Yeah. What that has meant is that our boy Kaderaf will actually... Or it might be Raf. Either way, we'll be on for P4 currently as we stand. He is still not on the primary tyre though, so that's starting to make me worry. Meanwhile, here's P2.
Still 6 seconds down.
Yeah, he's losing a hand over fist. Let's have a look at the time deltas. So we'll go on board. As Giants fan has boxed again.
No!
And as you may notice, there is half a front wing. Actually, sorry, there is no front wing. There is a nose, Giants. And that's about it. He's still going to be P3. It's fine.
He had one job, and he had it in his hands, and then dropped it.
Yeah, he had the lead for a corner. You can see the front wing be replaced. Remains...
Not even a corner, it was like half a corner, because he didn't even make it out of the corner.
Remains on the alternate tyres, doing some additional repairs, it appears, in the pits currently. Either that, or it's just fueling up again.
Ow.
Oh,
nope, my dog has just kicked me in the leg.
Ooh, that's painful. Does your dog look anything like that?
Negative.
Oh, well, that is a shame. Either way, here's Maud. What an unsung drive from Maud today.
I mean, also Mod running the Sebastian Vettel Ferrari helmet.
That's what that is. I was wondering what I recognized the Kaspersky like logo from Ferrari.
Yep.
As he almost puts it in that wall on the inside.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. By the way, if you're wondering, Giants fan has exited the pit lane. That is Punju on his outside, on his inside.
Hello, Punju. Goodbye, Punju.
Goodbye, Punju. You know what? Just to try and not jinx him, we're going to watch Punju for the rest of the race.
Why?
That ugly-ass car.
Do it because we'll see him crash and it'll be funny.
Exactly. He's the only one I care about seeing crash at this point.
Come on. I want a Mod win.
By the way, if you're wondering, Maud actually just said 11.5, which is only 2/10 off his fastest lap. That is with a broken front wing.
Oh, no.
So, Maud hasn't had the pace this weekend. But in P2.
Other news,
yes.
Lando Norris broke his nose today.
Oh dear, how?
While partying in Amsterdam.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that was Max.
Probably was. Thorben in the chat again says, watching Skills who crash is more fun, though. That is true.
That is true, so let's go back to him. Oh, good timing! Clip it, send it to the moon. Oh, that's perfect.
Thorben, you legend.
By the way, into the pits comes Maud to replace his front wing. Into the pits comes Giants fan to replace his front wing. What is happening?
No.
How is Punju the clean one?
That shouldn't be allowed.
Punju, please, for the sake of the race.
Crash.
Crash and cause a safety car. Oh. Right, I need to breathe. Let's see.
That's not allowed.
As you can see, Maud, I believe, has had a quick repair. I am unsure if Giants has a full quick repair remaining.
Wow.
As in comes P4. So currently we have 4 drivers racing, and 3 of them are in the pits.
I'm also surprised that Punju has not gone to the team radio to gloat at all.
To be fair, I have it turned off. So.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it's just for the sake of, you know. You can see
they're probably also just talking back and forth, just having a good time.
Yeah. I will let you know as soon as someone leaves the pits. We have a live tracker, which I can't show off because I'd be showing off way too much information. But the important thing to note is that we do have a tracker which keeps us up to date with overtakes, crashes, yellow flags, green flags, pit entries and exits. And I get confused sometimes because there'll be a left pits prompt and then a left pit lane. For example, Giants fan just left his pit box, but he hasn't left the pit lane. I am notified of both and the times for both. He spent 1 minute 18 in his pit box.
Alright.
Repairing that car. And he has spent 1 minute 56 total in the pit lane. 3 laps down from the lead, but still secure in his P3 somehow. Meanwhile, Maud, who we can see pictured here, and we'll go on board with him real quick whilst we... that's scenic, there we go. Never mind.
Alright. Why is this on the F1 Reddit? I'm scrolling around the F1 Reddit, that's where I found the Lando Norris thing. And the next thing I see is Miami Grand Prix shuts down effort to hold Trump fundraiser at F1 race.
Well, here at MRL, our political opinions are not defined by country. We have a Dutch driver racing and I'm British. I'm not going to comment on the political spectrum in America.
Well, why is that on the F1 Reddit?
Punju's pit. Punju left the pit. He had an 8-second stop. He put on alternates.
Just now?
Just now. He's only just put the alternates back on.
Why don't you just run those tires to the end?
No. No.
Giants! Why?
Buddy, you almost made it to the pit lane.
I am going to slander the life out of him in this interview.
The fact that we have to interview this man. By the way,
oh no, we're interviewing this.
Maud, still in the pits. 3 minutes 25 in the box.
This might not have a fast repair.
I don't think anyone does anymore.
And Giants should be... Giants, I don't know what he's doing. But Giants might be able to overtake Mod.
Here's the thing. Currently, there is still a lap between them. There are also 2 laps now between Giants and Skill Issue. Punju has, I believe, 4 laps on everyone.
Oh no.
Giants fan...
Corbin just said Skill Issue has a 6-minute required repair.
RIP! Well, anyway, back to the race. Here's Giants fan, who we are 90% certain is going to win it again.
We just had a Jeremy Clarkson. Oh no, anyway.
Yeah, I could play the sample, but I'm not going to.
No.
Either way, Giants fan should win it again in about 4 corners time. So everyone, grab your popcorn, settle down, prepare yourself.
I don't have popcorn.
You don't have popcorn? Oh, well, don't worry. I've got a different crash for you.
Hey!
Anyway, back to Giants fan.
I'm celebrating his downfall. And he hit the wall.
He did hit the wall, but it seems fine.
You technically were correct.
Wait for it. Oh, I thought he'd lose it there, to be honest with you. He might still lose it here, because this corner is all over the place.
This one, though.
Well, he's locked up.
That counts?
That counts. By the way, that is Punju you could hear on the race. That is him closing up to the back of Giants fan to lap him for a 4th time. As Giants fan has now inherited P2. He's officially unlapped himself 1 time too many from Maud. And Maud, who I also believe has 6 seconds of time of required repairs. Or 6 minutes, sorry.
6 seconds, you already been out of the pit lane.
Yeah. He's hit the wall again.
Okay.
Oh, there we
go. Okay.
Wait, where's Punju? Oh no!
Oh no! Hello.
The little friendly wave as Giants has just got it going again.
By the way, the crap out of Punju.
Good news! The Dacia Sandero! It's been released from pits! In other good news, he's in the wall again!
Why is this good news?
I don't know!
I want to see Dutchy or Punju in the wall, not Giants fan.
Well, let's have a look, shall we? Punju, hippity-poppity, crash into a property.
What's a brake pedal anymore? Dang it.
No, I was hoping you'd lock it.
No, I just don't want to have a brake.
Well, that corner. God. It's turn 5, man. It's that corner. That corner is cursed. Giants is in the pits. He's gonna lose me too.
What is happening in this race? Why?
Let's go back to Maud.
Meanwhile, that's track limits.
Meanwhile,
that was track limits right there.
Well, we're at the cursed corner. Punju has taken it beautifully. Meanwhile, Giants fan is in the pits. If you would like to see a stellar overtake, press 1 in chat. You're about to see an overtake. It's going to be the greatest one you've ever seen. Better than any other overtake. That is apparently fine, by the way. Here's the overtake. And it's done.
All right.
Meanwhile, here's Giants fan now leaving the pits, so they could be together in about a lap's time. I'm going to stick it on Maud, because I just got a feeling this is not the end of the race. Giants has officially left the pits.
6 laps to go.
Yeah, by the way, the gap between the leaders, so we can actually show you. So those are the lap gaps. So I'll get rid of it now, because I don't think we really need it at this point. But the interesting thing to note is the Punju leads by, and this is the actual gap. Hi, Maud. 6 minutes and 15, now 6 minutes and 21 seconds.
Just like, hi, Maud, he's in the wall.
It's good timing, wasn't it? Anyway, here's Giants fan, who has somehow not gained time on him with that.
Probably because he's also been in the wall himself.
Oh! No, wait, that's not him. Wait, is that... Oh, that's you. Oh, interesting news. Meanwhile, there's Giants fan.
Hey, Giants, I did it correctly.
Hey, guys, don't worry. Giants fans taking back P2.
Hey!
We have 6 laps to go in the Long Beach GP. I knew this would be stupid. I really did. I didn't expect it to be this bloody stupid.
In other news, I actually have the official IndyCar qualifying results.
Oh, sure. Please tell me there was a crash.
There was.
Good. Right. Doesn't matter who was on pole. That has lived up to the reputation that we have set. Meanwhile...
Ironically, you're not going to like who it is, though.
No. Wait. Giants fan has had to tow because he's broke his car. Brought his bag to Peter.
Is Martin still in the pits?
Martin's right in front of him. That's Mod right there.
Alright. You're not gonna like who crashed though in qualifying.
Who crashed in qualifying?
Heyo, Porsche.
Oh no. Anyway, interesting news. After 8 minutes and 46 in the pits,
Yay!
he's coming back. He is on. He is 11 minutes down on Giants fan. Let me pull the gaps back up so you can just see how far back he is.
God.
-10. That's to
Let's
the
go.
leader. He's back on the primaries, by the way. He has to finish the race on this set of tyres.
Well, he has to complete a lap of it.
Just finish the race. Meanwhile, Giants fan.
Complete a lap of tires.
Giants fan's no longer in the pits. Oh my god,
What?
Giants fan's out of the race.
What? All you had to do was sit in the pit lane, Giants, and you had a podium. That's all he had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way that Dutchie catches him. Does he technically still get a podium?
Sorry, I heard a noise.
God.
I heard a noise.
I heard the noise too. As I was talking, I was like, oh no.
Bonk. It was quite a severe one. And that.
It was a bonk.
And I saw a little bit of blue flying across the track, and I'm like, oh no, he's done it again, hasn't he? He almost did it there. Keep going. Don't stop.
Keep going.
Right.
You know what? Fight Punju, Dutchie. Fight Punju.
No, please don't. We don't need more
We
death.
need some content.
We have content. Here's the content creator.
That's a very interesting term I would use.
Well, it describes Punju to a T, really.
No, I like the second part. Amateur driver.
That's true. Oh god, I can't not have it on Dutchie. I'm sorry.
He lost blue, but he has a front wing. A full one.
So this is what it looks like from the cockpit of one of these cars. We're going to go on board with Punju, who is chasing him down. So we'll get a bird's eye view if there is a crash. There was a lock up there. There's front wing. Punju stops.
Does that technically count as another crash?
Punju, no. Technically neither of them were crashes, because neither of them stopped moving. Though I think Dutchie is definitely struggling, and Punju is sitting behind him.
Punju's just like, I'm just going to let you do your thing, man.
I'm so scared when he blocks the corner. No, he's still going.
Say, watch him just spin and just Punju crashes into him.
Meanwhile, Punju using his push to pass now. We haven't brought them up because no one's really been using them.
Do we actually have a button to look at that?
No. But I can tell you how many each has. Punju has 8 remaining. Giants has 4 remaining. And everyone else hasn't used a single one.
So everyone says what, 10?
10.
Alright.
Now this is a feature that the IndyCars have that no one is using.
Yeah, no, in real life IndyCar, they have 200 seconds worth.
Mm-hmm. By the way,
Here,
next...
we have 10.
Yeah. Well, Punju is now using all of his push to passes.
I don't blame him, he has 2 laps left.
You can see just how cautiously Punju is driving now. There's zero, push, funnily enough.
Yeah.
If you are confused as to what is happening with Giants fan and why he is still P3, he is P3 on a technicality right now. He is out of the race.
So he's still gonna get a podium.
Unless...
Dutchy's not gonna catch him.
Well, we are on to the final lap of the race. And unless Punju overtakes Dutchy, I think he does it.
No way.
I think he gets him at the line. This could be miracles. Punju has the chance to decide whether or not Giants fan gets a deserving P3 or not.
Punju, hold off.
Punju, hold position.
Hold position. Multi 21.
Multi 21 said
2-1.
Multi Daraf.
I'm literally about to go to his chat and be like, multi 2-1.
In other interesting news, we will have a procession lap for Maud. He is on his way out of the pit lane right now.
Where's Punju? Punju!
I want to point out, Skill Issue has used his first push to pass. On this lap. Punju is just using them repeatedly. He's just used 3 on that straight. Alright. Well, it has been one of the races of all time. Skill Issue, please just keep driving straight. He will make it. Good.
He listened to holding. He listened.
Okay. And to crown a new race winner for the first time all season, and it has happened, by the way, in P3, but Punju, the only car on the lead lap, has actually won a Grand Prix in the Indy Racing.
He's done it!
Dutchy is currently P3 as long as he finishes this lap. Meanwhile...
No, he's already done it. It's over.
No, if he retires on this lap, he still loses.
Well, no, Giants is already retired, though.
Yeah, but Maud was also still in the pits and Giants ended up behind him despite having started that lap.
My brain hurts.
Exactly. Speaking of, here's Maud, has done a phenomenal job to just about survive what has been the most hellacious race we will see this season.
I know the
P2. Yeah, I'm going to get a lot of pings. And in P3, currently making his way through to the final sector now. We're going to go on board. That's not it. There it is. It has been a tough race, to say the least, for the man representing the Netherlands. But miracles can happen, and it will be Dutch Raven who will finish in P3 ahead of Giants fan and will secure his first podium of the season. A phenomenal drive from all involved to not have died as Punju then immediately does a donut. In fact, I think Maud has spun it unintentionally.
I think, yes.
Yeah, he has in fact done it. Well, there's Punju. Scared the living hell out of him. Little nose to nose. Punju, don't hit him. Okay.
Resist the urge, even though it might be funny. Oh, he's just doing donuts. He's acting like he won a world championship. Buddy, it's one race.
For him, it is. Meanwhile, here comes Dutch Raven, working his way around. What a race this has been. Absolutely phenomenal race. What we can do now is officially... I don't know who joined us, by the way, in the VC.
That was Maud.
That was Maud.
Right into the box.
Love. Good job, Maud. We have a process here. Please follow it.
Hold position.
Oh, what a race. What an absolute race.
What is Dutchy?
Well, let's bring it in, shall we? Because that has got to be up there for top 5, top 10 worst races of all time, but also the best races of all time.
Top 10 worst races.
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea how that has happened. I'll be honest with you. Miracles can happen, but only on Sundays, apparently. Right. Shall we get some people in the interview booth, shall we?
We only have one. It's the race winner right now.
Ah, well, that's unfortunate. Well, let's get him in anyway, so we can have a chat, because we will be getting Punju into the VC. I hope to God I've set this up right.
All right, I'm bringing him in.
You're bringing him in? Lovely. Right, ladies and gentlemen, introducing somehow, some way, your race winner for... I've managed to mess it up. Of course I have. Give me a minute, gentlemen. I'll be resolving
I'll be
this.
with you shortly.
Yeah, I've got to pull boxes. There's you. Hey, look, there he is. He's been there the whole time.
Hey.
Hi.
No, not you. We haven't got you yet.
Not you yet, Punju. Hold your horses.
All right.
We've got everyone.
We don't even
but
see your
you.
face, Punju. I'm disappointed.
Do you need me to turn a webcam on?
Well, you can do, Mr. Streamer Boy.
Yeah, I don't know which webcam it's going to go to, so we're about to find out, aren't we?
Well, it's going to be fun.
Is this going to be like the far away cam?
That'd be even funnier, wouldn't it?
I'm waiting to see which camera this is.
Well, the best part is
it might not turn on.
The best part is you have now messed up my camera, so I'm now showing my own profile picture there. So we're going to leave you as you are. So
take me off. Yeah, there we go.
It's fine.
Hi.
Hi. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. I'll take it.
I would say a miracle result, but no Xylo, no Nick did kind of make that a little bit of a walk in the park, especially finishing 9 laps ahead of anyone else.
Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't 9 laps ahead. I think it was.
It was 9. Right? It was 9.
Oh,
it was 9.
Just kidding. See, I thought about being funny and just pulling into the pits and retiring with like 5 laps to go because I knew I already had it. I'll go ahead and finish it. I did that in an endurance race one time, so yeah, like it's pretty funny. It's like a really salty way to finish a race. But I mean, honestly, like I love Long Beach. Like I got massive I rating a few weeks ago from Long Beach in the LMP2s. Like I know this track really well, so coming in here, I was like, regardless of who the competition is, I don't care who's in here. Even if Sal was in here, I was gonna beat him. Like I was ready to go. So
whoa.
Well, you did complete that entire first stint without a front wing, so that's remarkable. To hold on to the lead. I would have gotten back to the pits if Nigel didn't crash in front of me. I would have made it for sure. Still in front of Giants fan, and I would have been able to get on the alternates or the primaries and just go bye again. Well, you did eventually get on the primaries, but then had a mistake off the safety car restart. When that happened to you, and you had that moment of Giants fan overtaking you, was there ever a point in your mind that this one might have slipped away? And how quickly did that go away when Giants fan then spun it at the next corner?
Well, that about went away, right? No, actually, it never even crossed my mind. Like, oh shoot, I lost it. I was like, all right, now this is gonna be fun. Well, like it never was like I lost it. It was just okay. Now I actually have to work for this a little bit more. Let's go get it. Because like that quality lap gave me infinite confidence. I was like, holy crap, I can do 7 here. So then from there on, I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. And I left it on my relative bar that I used for the day was on the all-time optimal lap. So I was just watching how good am I against the very best I've ever been at all times. And that's only when I'm like really sweating do I turn that relative bar on. Usually I'm using a session bar and stuff like that. But today I was like, now let's see if I can beat my quality lap when I'm in the race. And I was getting close, throwing down some 8s and 9s here and there. And yeah, it was good.
Jeez. Well, congratulations on your race win. Next time out, we are at where?
Auto Club.
We're going oval, baby. It's our first oval.
Ovals.
And I won't be here.
And he won't be here.
Oh, man.
And it'll be California again, because apparently we just seem to love the West Coast. I don't know why. I just want a British track, I'll be honest with you. Can we just go Donington?
Nah.
Like,
Put Donington in the bin, right?
No, that is my local track. You keep that out of your mouth. I go there.
Your words came out of my mouth.
Either way, congratulations on your race win. We'll see you next week for Auto Club. And maybe we'll see you on the podium once again if the luck holds.
I think so too. I actually really do like oval racing in IndyCar. Like it's the only oval that I like. I did an Indy 500 and I was cooking and I was like, okay, I actually really enjoy this now. So now I know how weight jackers work. I'm like, yep, I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, wish you the best of luck. We'll leave you to it.
Yeah, I saw Pat with the doubt face. All right, Pat.
That's extra cast out. It is being spammed now.
We were doubting you the entire race, but you did a phenomenal job. So congratulations.
That's fair. I think it was well-deserved doubt over the last 2 weeks.
We heard the records you've broken. But what we can say is congratulations on your win. We'll hopefully see you next week. Until then, have a great rest of your weekend.
Appreciate it, guys. Adios.
Yep.
Wow.
All right.
And now your face come back up.
We're going to P2 with a
mod. A mod? There's a mod in this VC? Oh, no.
And we welcome our favorite steward as a P2 sitter.
Hey, listen, how on earth have you managed P2 board? Congratulations on that P2. 9 laps down. Was it ever in doubt in your mind that you would be on the podium today?
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting to be there. I hadn't put a lap of practice in. No, I only raced because the attendance was a tad low, but was able to do both at the same time. So yeah, kind of happy with that.
Yeah, we did notice you threw the caution. And I was wondering, was that one of those ones where you realised that everyone had crashed at the same time, or was that a situation of, well, I've crashed and I'm not sure if anyone else has, so I'm just going to throw the caution and sort of ease myself back to the front?
No, Punja and Nigel got involved in something, and then I
Ooh.
looked over and 4 people had meatball, so it was probably best to throw it. So
Well, we did end up with, I think, in the end, only 4 finishes, and you managed to find yourself a lap ahead of anyone else on the track, though that was mainly due to the fact that Giants should have had P2 and then threw it away at the end. But otherwise, your driving today was quite remarkable considering you were pulling double duty. How did it feel driving Dallara around Long Beach?
it was actually not bad. It was a nice little ride. Some of the corners had me. I thought the fountain was gonna get me. It didn't, but yeah, it was better than. Although I didn't race at Detroit, it was better than Belle Isle. So can't complain,
Henderson's
really.
better than Belle Isle. I don't
We
know
got
Belle
ovals
Isle.
next week.
As a Brit, that boils my blood, but I understand. This is not my league.
We got ovals next week.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
I'll watch from work.
Yeah, you'll be watching. Will you be present for the race again next week, or is this going to be a one and done sort of scenario for you for this season?
I'm picking and choosing, but I plan to do all the ovals. So
okay.
The yells aren't really required for that, so I don't have to multitask.
You say that, I guarantee there'll be an incident that will cause a full safety. I'm 95% certain, considering the amount of incidents we've had today. At least it's probably going to be a bit hectic. But congratulations once again on a great P2, Pat. I realise I've neglected you the entire conversation.
Oh, you're fine.
If you've got any questions, just throw them out.
I got nothing for Maud. I thought that was a very surprising drive first off, because I thought you were just stewarding, not driving, so I was caught off guard when I just saw you keep going after lap 1. Well, it was like very, very nice P2 though.
It was a very solid performance as well, considering you did start P3 for the longest time. We're in P5 as well, and I was like, I'm not sure if he can pull that back to P3, considering Giants is still going and Dutch and Nigel are still going, and then Long Beach happened and everything changed around. But again, congratulations on your second step on the podium. Hopefully we'll see you in this interview booth again next week for potentially a chance to see if you find yourself on the top step, potentially, around the Auto Club.
Yeah, I hope so too. Ovals are my specialty on this service, so I should do pretty well, hopefully. So yeah, as always, thanks again, guys, for being here today and giving comp for everyone. So I really appreciate it.
Yep. I will say you probably won't say that after you've rewatched it. The way we've been talking. But either way, thank you for hopping in. Hopefully we'll see you again next week. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Sounds good. You guys as well.
Yep. All right. And now we get to finish it out with a skill issue.
We do. We get a skill issue in the VC. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing P3 for this weekend. It is, in fact, Skill Issue, who has miracled his way onto the podium and has then immediately ruined the cameras. I love you.
Well, we get to see his face.
Yeah, we get to see his face. I'm now going to completely move the cameras around to try and fix this. Whilst I do that, please, how was this race for you, first and foremost? And second of all, how on earth have you pulled that off?
Well, this race was actually absolute torture. I've hit the wall about 30 times, I think. So how I've come away with this podium, how I've managed to cheat my way into this podium, I have absolutely zero idea. I saw a Giants fan disconnected at some point, so I was asking Pancho, like, wait, if he disconnected, does that mean I get third? And on countback with the laps, I think because I finished lap 33 and Giants fan
Did not.
retired on lap 33. That's how I got the podium.
There was a point during that final 10 laps where Giants and Maud were both in the pits with you, and Giants had actually gone out and was in P2 and then crashed and had to tow, and because of that actually ended up in the pits behind where Maud was, so he ended up in P3, and Maud then went on and did one more lap out of the pits, which guaranteed in P2. So that, I think, is also another reason you somehow ended up in P2 after everything. Or P3, sorry.
Yeah, I saw all of that happening because I was stuck in the pits for about 8.5 minutes after after I had required repairs. But that was absolutely insanity. Even when I crossed the line, it still said I finished 4th, so I didn't think I got the podium. And then you called me into the interview room, so I was like, "Wait, I did?"
Yeah. It must have been a wild chain of events for you, but congratulations on the podium. It's a hard-fought one. With all the carnage that was happening today, I'm not sure how much of it you necessarily saw, but there were a lot of incidents around the track today that has sort of favoured you or hurt you in the long run. 10 laps down, though, from the leader. Do you think you can close the gap around an oval?
I would like to think so, but I can't promise anything.
Just keep it out of the wall.
I do have a bit of advice for you, Dutchy.
Oh, okay.
For the ovals. Turn left.
Okay, thank you. That's some good advice. That's some good advice.
Because some try to turn right, it doesn't end well because there's a wall there.
There is, in fact, the track is a left-hander. Surprisingly, there are several of them actually, and there's no
all
right.
left-handed.
There is, in fact, only one right-hander, and that's when you exit the pit and you just go straight rather than right, and you just you get onto the track, and then it's lefts. It's
the only right you make is leaving the box.
Yeah, so I would say if you can, just set your steering wheel at like a 45-degree offset, and just adjust as necessary. Is how I would take it. I don't know how to do NASCAR or ovals, by the way. I've got no idea.
You're gonna fly.
I have no experience either. I have no experience either with ovals, so it's definitely gonna be an interesting one next week. But I'm looking forward to it, and I don't think I'm gonna get away with another podium. But I mean, given the way this race went, anything's possible.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, your only problem is you have to contest with the Stig next week.
Yes. That's
somebody might take him out, so
yeah, probably.
Just to quickly, I just wanted to make sure I get this right. I have been saying your name on iRacing throughout today's race. You are. Is it Kaidaraf? Am I pronouncing that correctly? How far off am I?
You're actually quite close.
Okay.
I saw the face switch there.
It was like a. You could have done it better.
Kaidaraf.
Kaidaraf. Okay. So it's not K.
No.
As long as I'm getting the last name right, that's all that matters.
It sounds more like, when you say it quickly, it sounds like Kai Sanat all of a sudden.
What?
But no, you got the last name bang on actually. So I'm proud of you for that one.
I mean, I try to make sure I get the last names right.
Hey, look, I'm pretty can't do something right.
Ones. No one remembers its name is Lewis. No, it's Hamilton. Like. So,
I love how he did not hear what I said. That's perfect.
I'm very glad he didn't.
I did not know.
I'm gonna say it again just because. Hey, look, a Brit can do something right. Dan's gonna kill me.
A reminder that I run this broadcast. I want you to be aware of that fact. I can ruin you in an instant, sir. You will be muted for the rest of time. I'll talk to myself and do this solo. I have to anyway next week. So you know what?
Well, you might get yellow, so you'll be fine.
You know what? That's an upgrade. So what I can what I can say is congratulations on your podium, Dutch. It was an absolute pleasure watching you race. We were cheering you on at the end, in all honesty. The hope
there was some cheering for a wreck, but those were not us.
And also, Punju not overtaking you is the only reason you're on the podium.
I know. But you know what? At least I did my name justice. My Discord name justice in this race. So
yeah. well, the one thing I can give you as a sort of celebratory thing, I do have a little treat for you. I have prepped this one ahead of time. I hope you enjoy it. That's as much as I can give you, but I'm not sure if that came through on the stream, but if it did, I did just play the Dutch national anthem. You are welcome.
I actually saw the Dutch flag pop up as well.
Soundboard is great. Either way, congratulations on the P3. You. Hopefully we'll see you again on the podium at the Auto Club, but if not, it will be fun to watch you race no matter what. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your weekend, mate.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. That... you like that, didn't you?
That killed me.
And that is officially the end of this week's action. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's race at Long Beach. It was as hectic as promised. But next weekend, we do have another round coming your way at the Auto Club in California. We are sticking in the... What's the nickname for California? I'm going to say Sunshine State, but that's definitely not it. That's something else.
Hold on, we're consulting the internet.
Consult the internet.
the documentation. I don't like this idea.
Yeah, the documentation.
The Golden State is what they call it.
Golden State. What's the Sunshine State then?
Florida.
Oh, that's wrong. But either way,
I only know that because I had family in Florida.
It's a shame. Anyway. What we do have is the Golden State coming your way once again. We will be at the Auto Club around an oval in IndyCars. That is right. We're going in circles, and I'm going to go absolutely insane by the end of it. But thank you for tuning in. My name has been Dan. This has been Pat, and he will not be here next week because I will have murdered him. But in other news, we will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good week.